Boom. What up, guys? It is Tuesday. It's the 15th of July. Welcome. We are halfway through the month. Fan freaking tastic. Earlier, we were dealing with some push notification opportunities with the app, but we're going to circle back to that um, later on. Later on. So, straight up, my friends, we have a webinar for you guys tonight. We got a webinar getting ready to drop some bombs tonight. Drop some bombs, man. Hopefully, you guys are excited for that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop the link for you guys down in the Zoom. If you have not already registered for tonight's Teachable Tuesday, make sure you guys go do that now. I'm going to put the link in there right now. So once you have registered, or if you are already registered, comment the word registered down below. Comment the word registered if you guys are already registered. If you're not already registered, literally go do that right now. Like take 5 seconds, jump off of the Zoom, jump over into the registration page, go get registered. We'll wait right here for you. I'm gonna sip my coffee while you guys go do that. Bill, you sipping coffee, man? You should be. Hope you are.
Oh, I am, baby. I am. Here you go.
Every morning. See, there you go. There you go. All right, registered comments coming in. Appreciate that. And just like last week, guys, last week we dove into short form videos. Tonight, guess what we're diving into tonight, guys? We're diving into, wait for it, long form videos. Long form videos. And that's kind of going to lead me into a little bit of today's topic. And about getting out there and going to crush it. But I just made a video this morning for my YouTube channel, and I kind of want to give you guys a thought process here, and you guys let me know what your thoughts are in this. What is out of the four major platforms, right? You got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got Insta, you got Facebook, right? You got the four major platforms, which is where we put most of our content up on, right? Some of you guys might do LinkedIn, some of you guys might do Twitter, whatever else. But those are the four majors that we focus on. What platform what platform do you spend the most amount of time on? Okay, put that in the comments right now. What platform out of those four, which platform do you spend the most amount of time on? So I want you to think of this in a couple different ways. I want you to think about like, where you may spend the most amount of time for business. And then also like when you have downtime, when you're not out there working your business, when you're just maybe hanging out on the couch, you're sitting out back, maybe on your patio, your deck, whatever. When you get a little bit of downtime, like where are you spending the most amount of time? Like what social platform? So I see YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So pick one. Just pick one. Like if you guys could pick one or the other, where would you spend the most amount of your time? Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, TikTok, Facebook. So mostly TikTok and Facebook. I saw a couple of YouTubes in there. TikTok. Okay, so here's my thought process on this. Now what I want you to do is I want you to think about this. What platform for your business are you putting the most amount attention to? Okay, so put that in the comments right now. What platform are you putting the most amount of attention to in your business? And if so, does that match what you just put beforehand? So as an example, if you commented, what platform do you spend the most amount of time on? And you're like TikTok. And then I say, hey, where are you putting most of your business efforts? And you're like on Facebook. They don't quite line up. So what I want you to think about is, does it match? Comment match if it matches. If it doesn't match, say doesn't. So put that in there right now. If it does match, comment match. If it doesn't match, say doesn't match. Okay? So what I want you to think about is, and by all means, you could be out there and you could be evenly doing all four. You could evenly be doing, YouTube Shorts and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and stuff. That's cool and that's good. It's good to like, do all that. And some of you guys are saying doesn't match, so it's interesting. So what I want you guys to think about is the platform that you spend the most amount of time on. If it's TikTok, for example, That's the platform that you should be going hardest on. And I'm gonna explain a little bit about going hard versus doing the basics. Okay. And there is a difference there. So a lot of us, and we talk about, with our training, our live trainings, our education training that we have in our system is taking one piece of content and what? Turning that into four pieces of content, right? So you could record one video on your phone and then you could literally take that and you could share it out to Insta, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Now you just took one content piece of content, you turned it into four. Cool. And you could repeat that 3 times a day. And now you have 12 pieces of content out there, right? That makes sense so far. Comment makes sense, right? So that's cool. But what I want you to think about is I want you to think about going all in, like all in on one specific platform and the platform that is the most comfortable to you. So I could sit here and I could tell you till I'm blue in the face that YouTube is the way to go, or TikTok is the way to go, or whatever it is. And I'll give you a perfect example. Um, like we have some people on our team that kill it. Catherine is a perfect example here. Catherine kills it on Instagram. She has, I don't even know how many, she has over 200,000 followers on Instagram. And she does way better on Instagram than she does on TikTok. And I've seen her and I've talked to her about this. And she's gone out there on TikTok and she's tried to go crush it on TikTok. And she's done decent, but she just doesn't do as good as she does on Insta. On Insta, she kills it. And it's kind of like the same thing. I know Kirsty, same way. Kirsty just crushes it on Facebook. Facebook is her jam. Does she do well on TikTok? Yeah, but she doesn't do nearly as good as she does on Facebook. For some reason, guys, all of us just kind of gravitate towards one specific platform. Okay. So when I talk about going all in, I want you guys to really start thinking about how you can really invest not just your time, but really invest your energy. Invest your positive energy into the platform that you resonate with the most. So for me, hands down, YouTube. Like hands down YouTube without a question. Because when I have downtime, if I'm sitting on my couch, if I'm, just chilling and I jump onto a social platform, the first social platform that I always gravitate to is YouTube. I'm either doing infotainment or entertainment. And I'll give you guys some examples here of what I mean by, kind of the difference between going all in versus doing the minimum. Okay. So the minimum would be you show up, you post 2, 3, 4 short form videos a day, and you call it a day, right? That's kind of doing the minimum. That's doing the basics. Okay. So if you understand that, comment the word basics. And a lot of us do the basics, and a lot of us do the basics on all four platforms. That's cool. But for me, when I look at YouTube, I very much look at YouTube differently than I look at Facebook. I look at it differently than I look at TikTok. Because for me, YouTube is a search engine. That's number one. YouTube is a search engine. I'm just giving you this example. That's how I look at it. I see it as a search engine. Okay, so people are going there not just for infotainment or entertainment, they're going there to learn. And that's a big thing for me. And I like creating content that teaches people stuff, that helps educate people on why they might want to make a decision to have a home based business. Now, can you do that on TikTok? Sure. Can you do that on Facebook? Sure. Can you do that on Instagram? Sure. You can do all those things. But for me, I see it a little differently over on YouTube. So when I think about going all in on YouTube, not only am I going to do the basics, the three, we'll just say three is the average, right? If I'm going to go do the basics on YouTube, I'm going to go do the 3 short form videos, but I'm also going to do a long form video. And I'm also going to use this platform, YouTube, to go live. So when I go live, and we've talked about going live here, we've done going live challenges. Some of you guys go live on certain platforms, right? I'm going to do more. I'm going to put more of an effort into YouTube than, you know, can I go live on Facebook? Can I go live on TikTok? Sure. But if I go live on that platforms, I know for me, and I'm just speaking real with you guys here, for me in my heart, I'm going to know that, man, I'm live on TikTok right now, but I really want to be live on YouTube, right? So I want to use YouTube to the best of my abilities. So I'm doing short form videos, I'm doing long form videos, and I'm going live. I'm putting all my focus and attention, not all of it, but I'm putting the majority of my focus and attention on YouTube because that is the platform that I am the most comfortable with. That is also the platform that I spend the most amount of time on. So I want you guys to think. Does that make sense, guys? Comment makes sense on that. Bill, I have some other thoughts here, but any other thoughts before I continue on that? You're muted, Bo. You're muted.
All good, all good.
Okay. So what I want you guys to think about is like, especially when it's your downtime. Like if you guys have downtime and you're not like literally working your business and you have some downtime and you're just on social media to get entertained, to have some fun, to keep it light, to maybe look something up. If you're spending the most amount of time on TikTok, as an example, you should be going extra hard on TikTok compared to, say, Facebook or Insta or YouTube because that's the platform that you're the most comfortable with. That's probably the platform that you engage with the most. Maybe you drop comments, maybe you're on the platform longer, maybe you're engaging longer, maybe you're just entertained a little bit more. So, think about the type of content that you're putting out there. Think about and just really think about this, guys. Think about the think about the type of content that you're consuming when you're not in work mode, and think about maybe tailoring some of your content that you're making right now to match some of the stuff that you're out there watching when you're in your downtime. Like really kind of like immerse yourself into the platform. And I'm telling you guys right now, like if you're putting that effort and energy into what you're most comfortable with, it's going to be a lot easier to build and grow. So I hope that makes sense. And let me give you guys some examples. So if I gave you the examples about, going all in on YouTube, if you were to go all in on TikTok, again, you could do your basics. You could do your 3 short form videos a day, more if you want to. You could do 5, you could do 6, whatever you want to do. Okay. You could also do a longer form video because correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe on TikTok, you can do videos that are up to 10 minutes long. Okay. So yeah, Mark's asking, can you do long form video on TikTok? Yes, you can. It's not going to be horizontal like YouTube. It's going to be vertical. You're just going to be vertical. Okay, but it's the same thing. You can create longer form videos. So as an example, what I would do with a long form video on YouTube, it's more education based. Okay? So my short videos, and here's just a way to look at it. My short form videos are more piquing interest based. Okay. So when I make a short form video, wherever it goes, YouTube, any of the 4 major platforms, it's to pique their interest. My long form videos, anything longer than a minute, is education based. Okay. So if you're going to go do a long form video on TikTok, instead of it being like, hey, let me grab your attention, do a more education based video. So the same stuff that you could create a video on YouTube, whether it be the compensation plan or the products and services, or what do you get with the funnel team, or maybe a little more something about you and who you are and why someone would want to partner with you, or maybe you just want to tell a story, whatever it is, go create that similar sort of feel. You can still do the feel even though it's a vertical video. Okay. So comment the word vertical if you know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying here. Okay. It's guys, it's the same thing. you can still make the same style of video with the same feel and vibe and energy. You can still do that on TikTok versus over on YouTube. You're just the only thing you're just holding your phone like this versus like this. That's it. I mean, that's it's as simple as that. Okay. So again, you would want to put that effort and energy into TikTok if TikTok is where you spend the most amount of time. So you're doing the basics, three short forms, three plus, whatever. You can do a long form video and then think about going live. Like it'd be really good for you to go live, right? So now, yeah, I mean, you can post horizontal videos on TikTok. You can. But when you do, the top half and the bottom half of the screen is going to be black. It's going to get cut off. So you're just going to have a smaller video on there. So you can do that, but it's just going to look a little weird on the platform. It's going to look a little weird. Let me actually show you an example of that and what I'm talking about here. Because I've done horizontal videos on my channel, and I'll show you if you do want to do that, what that would look like. I got to scroll way back because I haven't done them in a long time. Um,
Hey Dan,
yo,
one other thing. I know we're like freestyling it, so if you want to bring it up, when they're doing the what the profile they love, especially, I mean the platform, maybe you want to go over like creating your profile too, because I don't want to pick on anyone. Linda, can I pick on you? So while I was sitting here, I just grabbed one person on the video and I went to their Facebook profile. And Linda's, I'm not picking on you, Linda, but this is for education purposes. Linda has no bio. You know what I mean? So I think that's very important. And reason why I bring it up, it takes longer than what you think when you do this stuff sometimes. So I did all platforms in the last couple days, updating all my bios. When I say all, I'm talking LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook,
mhm,
and I have two of each. So you know it was a lot of work. But my point is like I think while you're at the platform that you love, you also should, and there's a way of doing it. Dan, you and Kirsty used to teach this, how to make your profile look, you know, let them know you're in business.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying about the about me stuff. So you may want to talk about that a little bit.
yeah. Um, so let me share my screen and show you guys because Domingo asked the question like, can you do horizontal? So if you do horizontal on TikTok or any short form video, this right here is me holding my phone, you know, because you could see the actual video itself. This is horizontal, but when you upload it into the vertical space, like the vertical space is here, so you end up having those like these little black areas right here. But what it's cool is, you know, what I've done in the past is I just put text up here and I have the text run through the whole video. So this one just says, you know, I got you, text me, and then there's my number. And then down here, I just have the captions. So it's just and I tell you, I actually made a whole series of videos like this on TikTok, and you know, I use the same one for Facebook because you record the video on your phone, and then you put it into CapCut and you edit it just like this, and then you can upload it wherever the heck you want. So it doesn't just have to be on TikTok; it could be any short form video. Okay, so think about that. Um, but you know, that's essentially what it would look like if you recorded a horizontal video for TikTok. So um, it's kind of fun to do that every now and then because I like these big, like bold, attention grabbing headlines. And like I said in the past, like those videos have performed well for me. So maybe think about that. And then of course, you know, while we're on the topic here of bios and stuff like that, so let me exit out of here and come on now, exit out. Oh, stupid Zoom menu is getting in my way. So for me, this is what I have here, and you know, obviously, you guys can put whatever you want. Big important thing, I have a clickable link, and I believe on TikTok, in order to get to a clickable link versus a non-clickable link, you have to hit 1,000 followers in order to put a clickable link in here. I believe it may have changed, but it used to be 1,000. Once you hit 1,000 followers, then you can put a clickable link. Now, if you don't have 1,000 followers, you should be putting your link like I would if I was not able to have a clickable link. This last line that says proven results, this would not be here. And I would just type in growwithdaniel.com. I would just type that in and put that right here. Okay. So for
Dan,
me, I just have, the best $25 business, no course or upsells, free DFY system, and then proven results. So if I just got rid of all that stuff, it just says proven results. So that's what I have. And I think it's you can have 80 characters. So this is almost like exactly 80 characters. And obviously if, like I said, you have to have your link somewhere in your bio, whether it's clickable or you put it here in the actual bio itself. Like that's a must. So that's making sure your profile is clean. And if people trust me when I tell you, people are going to go check out your profile. If somebody watches one of your videos, there's a very, very, very good chance they're going to go check out your profile. So make sure your profile looks good, it's tight,
100%.
etc. Also, your profile picture. Make sure you guys have a good profile picture. It should be good. It should be clean. It should be a picture of your face. Yes, like don't have like, your dog or like flowers or anything like that. It should be actually you. And if you want, maybe if you are a little self conscious, what you could do is you could go to ChatGPT and take a picture of you and say, hey, can you recreate this image to make it look better or cleaner or brighter or whatever it is?
Mhm.
You could literally do that. And um, like, we'll even do that right now because I've never actually even done that.
Mhm.
Uh, But let's say we want to have some fun. Let's say that I'm just going to grab a screenshot of this right here, and I'm going to go over to ChatGPT. I don't remember what the last thing I used ChatGPT for is. I'm going to hit new chat. I'm going to take the image. I'm going to drop it in there, and I'm just going to say, "Can you please?" And I always say please because I talk to ChatGPT
Mhm.
um, like it's a real person. Will you please recreate this image for my TikTok profile picture? And then you can add anything you want. Like you could say, make it
Put a
do this or make it
mustache.
do that or make it brighter, make it, um, whatever. Um, I'm gonna try this and just say, please recreate this image for my TikTok profile picture. Um, please try to make what do I want to say? I want to like say make
Attractive. Say attractive.
yeah, make me as attractive as possible.
Dan,
And
have you ever told the chat GPT off? I have sometimes. You effed it up again. And they're like,
yeah,
I'm sorry for your frustration.
sometimes they make images and they cut off, they cut off the image. Hey, it's technology, guys. It's not perfect, but the point is you just get in there and you have fun with it, right? And also, um, make my body full length
Oh, this should be
versus
fun.
being cut off as it is in the current picture. So anyway, we'll see what happens. And I'm going to circle back to that because that's going to take a minute to render and do its thing. So we're gonna circle back to that. But anyway, guys, like think about just going all in on a platform, guys. Going all in, investing more of your time, and really, it comes down to your energy. Like time isn't going to equal sales. Your energy, your passion, your excitement, your devotion, those sort of things will turn into sales. They'll turn into leads. They'll turn into engagement. Trust me when I tell you, people will feel your energy. So, right now, if you think about it, if you're just doing the minimum and you're just doing the basics and you're just kind of skirting along and you're doing the basics every single day, and it's like, and you're doing the basics to do the basics. but you're not doing the basics to connect. You're not doing the basics to grab people's attention. You're not doing the basics because you're excited. You're just doing the basics because you're doing the basics. People are going to feel that shit, dude. Like people are going to feel that energy, or people are going to feel that lack of energy. And this is, we talked about this before where it's like you're doing, like when you're doing scripts, and we gave you guys all the scripts. We did the 30-day June Blitz. We gave you guys all the scripts, and some of you guys went and recreated those videos. And, you know, A, for effort for creating the videos, but when you go back and you look at some of the energy in those videos, you can tell they're scripted. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to take that and you want to learn from that. You want to grow from that. And you want to, like Mark gave a good example about a week ago when he was talking about having so many comments on his videos that he had to go live. And when he said he went live, I asked Mark, I said, hey, did you follow a script or did you, just wing it? And he said, I kind of did a little of both. And I can almost guarantee you that when he was following the script, he was kind of just like in this pocket. And when he started winging it, he kind of opened up a little more. And I can guarantee you that the viewers that were watching his video probably felt that. It's the same thing on yesterday when we were looking at the YouTube videos that you guys created for the compensation plan. When Mary was filming in her car, she said, oh, I'm having a lot of fun editing these videos. I can guarantee you that people felt her energy in her video because she was enjoying doing it. And I want you guys to think about that. Like when you can get to a point where you guys are enjoying what you're doing instead of just doing it because you have to do it. Like when you can get to a point when you're enjoying it. For me, just more examples here, guys. Like when I go to, yeah, Mark said it was terrible following a script. So like when I go shoot a YouTube video, like in other words, like I made 2 videos this morning, and my YouTube videos lately, I have not been sharing my screen. I'm literally pressing record and I'm just talking to you. I'm just talking to you. I have either no script or I just have a thought process or an idea that I want to run with. And I press record and I just talk. And those videos are the videos that are so supernatural for me. And I really enjoy talking about those specific points because they bring me joy, making money online, or doing what your passion is, doing what brings you joy. Like when I get to talk about the stuff that brings me joy, I could friggin' talk about it all day long, and I never get tired of it. And it's like I know the people that watch my content, they can feel that, you know? And that's why here we're talking about, you know, picking a particular platform and going all in. Like going all in on the platform that you're the most comfortable with, okay? So Linda says the ones where I wing it better than I follow the scripts through are more stumbles and say that though there are more stumbles and blank space. Yeah, and you're gonna stumble, you're gonna fumble your words, but again, you're just the cool part about that though is you're just being yourself. And trust me when I tell you, if you fumble your words or you stumble a little bit and you're just out there being yourself and you're winging it a little bit, I can promise you that people are going to resonate more with that versus you reading a script. If you're reading a script, people are going to know. And don't get me wrong, guys. Like the scripts are great for people to learn, to grow, to develop. But eventually, you kind of want to graduate from that. Shannon says, I like to write down bullet points so I can touch on everything, but I have to wing it in the moment. Yeah, and that goes back to, you know, when I first got on YouTube, I got out there and I had my phone here. I had a selfie stick set up, and I literally had post-it notes hanging off of my phone, right? And I was looking at the camera, and then I would look down. I'd look at the camera. I would look down, and I kept looking down at my bullet points to remind myself to talk about certain points. So you got to do what you got to do. How can you go live on TikTok? Mark, if you can, bro, come out on camera or jump off your mic because I want to talk to you about going live really quick. So Mark's asking, and I'm going to pin you here so you're on screen with us here. So How can you go live on TikTok and share your screen without flipping your camera back and forth? You can't. When you're live on TikTok, you have to, you hit those like three little dots and you can flip your camera back and forth. But, you would just want to, you or anybody would, if you're doing a presentation, if you're showing people how to do stuff, if you're doing more of a long form video or a live, you just take your time and you kind of plan out when you're going to share your screen. So you're not like sharing and flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping. Kind of just plan it out like, hey, I'm going to cover this and then I'm going to go cover this. And when I cover this, then I'm going to flip my screen. I would just kind of map that out a little bit so you have that. So, what's up, Mark? Good to have you here, bro. Thanks for
Good.
jumping on
I'm
board.
good. How are you?
Um,
Bill, how
so,
are you?
I'm good, Mark. Hey, real quick, I got to tell you guys are talking about cheating, with the script. I swear to you, yesterday, Mark, this is kudos to you, Mark. You're really killing it on TikTok. You know what I mean? And I love it. So I had my camera up. I had Mark's video. I laid it next to my laptop. Because I can edit my videos later. So I hit play. There's one line. And I hit pause and I did the line that Mark did in his script. And then I hit play again and I did it again and I hit play and I finished the whole thing and then I edited the video. So literally like instead of writing it down, I was just doing quick 3-second sentences that Mark was saying each time. And
That's
I
how
did it
I do
I
my videos.
I did it last night.
so Mark, I want to talk to you about like when you went live. Like how did you navigate using a script versus winging it and like maybe take us through how you started that process and where you decided to follow a script versus where you decided to go and be a little different.
I started off with the script and then it just
At
people
what
started
point did you say
asking
like I need to jump off the script?
shortly after I started because
Okay.
because people were asking all different types of questions, so it was
Sure.
kind of hard to stay on the script. So I would try to stick with the script and answer their questions, then kind of try to go back to the script a little bit, and
Mhm.
then it would kind of go off the rails a little bit, and then I just kept trying to kind of go back to the script.
So what for you felt more natural, just kind of winging it or just sticking to the script?
Definitely winging it.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Um,
It's more natural. You're not focused on, following. I mean, it helps to have the bullet points to, make sure you cover everything, but it, like you said, it's just better when you're being yourself.
yeah. And would you say that TikTok is your go-to platform of choice out of the four majors?
Yes.
Gotcha. Now, how often would you say that you're going live?
I try to go live once or twice a week.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And when you do go live, how long are you staying live for?
As long as TikTok will let me, or as long as I'm still getting questions.
Okay. And so how long does that end up being usually? Are you talking like
About an hour.
an hour? Wow. Okay, cool. That's awesome, man. And I'd be willing to bet that while you're live or from your lives, you're either A, generating sales and you're also generating new followers too.
Yes.
Nice. How
I've
many
had
how many followers are you seeing per live on average?
usually close to 100.
Oh, dude. Come on, man. Like that's awesome. Those are awesome numbers. Those are really awesome numbers. So think about that, guys. Like
And I've
Mark's
had
going
two
live.
sales
He's
this week.
what's that?
Just I said I've had two sales this week. I just got one last night, and I got one, I think it was Sunday or Saturday or something like that.
Yep. Now, were those from going live or are those just the existing content you have out there?
Uh, to be honest, I couldn't tell you.
Gotcha. Good problems to have. Well, cool. Awesome, man. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate your efforts. You've completely jumped out of, your shell and your comfort zone and you're going live and You're replicating the blueprint there, which is absolutely awesome. So, great job. Appreciate you leading by example and sharing your success with the team, man. So keep it up,
And
man.
thank you guys for all the help.
Of course, man. Of course, of course. All right.
I
So
know, Dan, I noticed when I looked up Mark last night while you're still there, Mark, I think you had like so many accounts. So I think you did a lot of practice until you got a couple of your accounts going. Because when I looked it up, there was just so many users with your, I could
I
see
have
some
a
of your, I
I have
could
a
see,
whole lot of people copying my
oh,
accounts because I only have one TikTok account, one
oh boy.
Instagram account, one Facebook account, and
Oh
one
my
YouTube
God. So
account.
that then I misspoke. Then you're a celebrity.
it's
Everyone's copying you.
it's a rite of passage, man. I'm telling you, it's a rite of passage when
I have never had this problem until I
yeah, Shannon just said the same exact thing. It's guys,
Holy
I'm telling
cow.
you, it's a rite of passage when all the we'll just call them the DBs out there, when all of the DBs start the phonies and the hackers and the fakes, and they start cloning your account and they start trying to, scam other people using your face and your videos. Like
Holy
again,
cow.
good
and you and
good
Shannon
problems
both.
to have. But
You and Shannon have been incredible with all your help. I really appreciate it.
no problem, man. No problem, man.
Hey,
That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other win. So
real quick, I never told Shannon. I actually correspond with the scammer that has Shannon's face, and I played around with the person. I was like, "Where do I send my money to?" And they were like,
yeah.
they were
How much
sending
money
me,
can I send you?
they were sending me Bitcoin addresses and
Oh,
stuff.
jeez.
I go, "I'm sending it now," and they were messaging me going, "I didn't get it." I go, "I'll send it again."
Yeah. Duh. This is a do as we say, not as we do moment here where like just delete them and block them and don't engage because it's not going to get you anywhere. But yes, I also like to have fun with them sometimes. Anyway, anyway. All right. So hey, let me share my screen, guys. Let me show you guys what ChatGPT did as far as images go. So this is the original picture that I sent, right? Um, and again, it's gonna be interesting, but that's what it did.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, that's pretty cool, man. I just I'm I mean it
Are you
I don't know.
are you
I
are you a new
kind of looks
nationality?
like me. It kind of looks like me, but would I will I use this? Yeah, I'm gonna use this. I don't know where I'm gonna use it, but I mean that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. So for those of you guys that have, again, just circling back to profile pictures, for your social accounts. Like it's okay to like, obviously if you have your own picture and you want to use that and it's you, your family, whatever it is, you want to do that, then go ahead. But like, if you're a little more self-conscious, you want like maybe a little bit of a picture or whatever, just use ChatGPT. You guys saw exactly what I did. I mean, this is my script right here. Can you just recreate this image? That's all. Uh, make me more attractive or whatever. I don't know. Whatever you want to put in there, and that's what it gave me. I don't know. That's pretty. It even what's even really cool is it even got the pointer. I had the laser pointer in my hand. You guys can see it here. I had the laser point. Like, look at such a small detail. I was holding a laser pointer there when we were live, and it even got that too, which is really really cool. Um, and honestly, certainly helped me lean up a few pounds too. So that was kind of cool. Maybe look about 30 pounds lighter, which I certainly appreciate that. Yeah, it does kind of look like a Saturday Night Fever. Um, so that's it, guys. Get ready for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in here one more time for you guys to get registered. You haven't already. Those of you guys that are late comers, make sure you guys jump in there, get registered for tonight. We're gonna be going over long form videos, helping you guys get out there and go crush it. So that is it. Bill, you got anything else before we wrap up? You good to go?
No, let's just get everyone on there. Let's invite your teams, please. Invite your teams. And I do something a little different. I'll tell you real quick. Dan knows it. It's never backfired. I mean, listen, if you have someone that you know you're close to and they're thinking about joining, you can bring them on to our training, and as your guests, just let them sit and watch because sometimes they get impressed and they join. So it's
Mhm.
not to go send out, masses, but just make sure you're there. Make sure you invite all your team members, and let's do it tonight.
Rock on. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys later tonight. Deuces.